Hello class, so today we're gonna be creating turtle out of clay and we're gonna be putting it on a cardboard paper, cardboard stock, and creating this wonderful scratch board by creating little swirls and little coils out of our clay and then adhering them to the board and creating a wonderful little relief kind of clay sculpture. And then we're gonna scratch some more areas and scratch some textures into our art and create that extra dimension. Let's get started. You're gonna need a support for your sculpture. I'm gonna use this one even though it's a little dirty, but I'm gonna recycle it. And so the first thing that we're gonna do is kind of imagine our turtle. This is just an example that was drawn with just markers. So mine, maybe even I can turn it over. So mine, I am going to kind of imagine it by drawing a little shape, like for the turtle's body, little back, little round, fins, arms and short little legs, and maybe a little tail and a head and big eyes. I hope you can see it. Maybe I'll use a white oil pastel to show you. And if you have oil pastels on your table, you can do that too. You can draw your turtle with a pencil first, or marker, or even an oil pastel to get started so you know where to put the clay. So I'm just mapping the arms, fins kind of thing, the tail, the legs. Okay, so now that we have that mapped out, we're ready to start putting some clay down. So the way I like to put the clay is I choose a color, main color. I chose yellow here. You can choose a different one. Let's go with a pink maybe as a base. And take a little bit like this much and squish it down so it's nice and thin. About that, right? Really, really thin. And then start laying it down around. And it's very sticky, so don't worry, it's gonna stick right away to your turtle shell. And we can vary the colors. I'm gonna put a lighter. You can even create a symbol of a heart in the middle. And I made it nice and thin and I pushed down really tight. And I'm pulling down too and blending them together. See, you can smear it. Okay. And you can save little pieces, just tiny little bits to add the color. And I'm just smearing them down. And then choose the other colors you're gonna add. How about we'll do orange this time and make it nice and thin. Squeeze them down very thinly and add them like a mosaic. Mosaic, if you ever seen it, looks like a little tile in kitchen tiles or bathroom tiles. It's a little ceramic squares. So we're gonna first add it as a ceramic, all different colors in different places, and then we're gonna get to smear it and blend it together. You can also, like I showed you, roll your piece of clay and then add it as a border and blend it into your turtle. You can also start using your blending tool, your stick, creating those pretty textures wherever you like. It's very intuitive, so just keep adding pictures of clay where to complete the picture wherever there is missing space and you need some clay. And it's really nice to do it like in small tiny sections, breaking the clay to tiny little thin pieces and building up to the whole shape. Like around the eyes, I'm gonna create a little yellow eye and then blend it and squish it down on one side, and then same thing on the other side. And then if I wanted to put a little blue, very little is enough. As far as like in the middle of the eye, cut that smallest little piece. Even that might be even too much, and you can make it into a tiny little ball when you want to add it, tiny little ball to add it down, and use your little stick to adhere it and make fine details. See, I had extra, so I'm just gonna put that extra here and blend it. Okay, you can put it down, squish it down, and if you have extra, just make it a skin of the turtle. Use it somewhere else in your design. Push down and keep going around to create a beautiful mosaic of a design. You can roll a nice coil to create the sides, and then use your stick to roll it out or bring it in and blend it. You can start doing different textures. Or lines when you're happy with how it blended together. And your finger is really the best to blend, so look at all the blending of the colors that's happening now. Pretty neat. And you're gonna continue like this, and I can't wait to see your special turtle and how it's gonna look like. Don't forget to add those lines and design and textures. You can do swirls even, or just dots and lines. And I can't wait to see yours. Now is your turn.